consider how many people feel alone, not without Facebook friends, not without people on their Instagram account, but they feel alone. You know, that's why there are so many people on social media, because they're using it to try to take their aloneness away, not realizing it just makes you feel even more alone because you're even more isolated. When we consider how many people are giving up, you know how many people around us have just given up? They just stopped trying. They just decided that bad is going to be as good as it gets. When we consider how many people feel trapped, economically trapped, socially trapped, racially trapped, trapped in their neighborhood, trapped in a dysfunctional family. When we consider what's going on around us, church, it ought to cause us to want to raise our level of commitment, because as Christians, we have the answer. Every one of us in here was one of those things that I listed at some point. Every one of us at some point in our life were hurt. At some point we felt like giving up. At some point we were without hope. At some point we felt trapped in some type of situation. But somebody loved us enough to give us the answer and to give us hope and to let us know that even though things may not look right, God can make it right. Now we have a responsibility, church, now that we have the answer, not to just come Sunday after Sunday and rejoice that we've got the answer. We have a responsibility to make sure that the answer gets out to the lost, because the Bible says if our gospel be hid, it be hid from them that are lost. But here's what the Bible is implying. If our gospel be hid, it is hid by them that have it. Can't have the answer and look at somebody without the answer and judge them about how they're living. How egotistical can we get? We didn't have the answer. We were hurting. You didn't save yourself. Jesus saved us. Then you want to turn around and look at somebody in the street and judge them? Well, how do you expect somebody to score highly who's never been given the answer? How do you expect somebody to be successful and you've never given them the tools for success? Look at them. How could they? Look at how they're living. If I was, I would never do that. You don't know what you would have done had it not been for Jesus. You were headed that way. But God, who was rich in mercy, with his great love wherewith he, listen, the only reason I'm a father of 3 with a wife is because of Jesus. Come on now. How dare me look at a father of 3 who doesn't have a wife and judge him if he never had the answer? I didn't make me. Jesus made me. Now I can't blame him for how he is, because he's never met the answer. Talking about raising our level of commitment. We're going to have to just be more committed to love as a church. And I know we're a loving church. I said it last week. There's no other church I want to be a part of. I mean, y'all love all the time, everywhere. But when you think about how many more people need to be loved, when you think about how many more people need Jesus, when you think about how many more people still need hope, even though we're a loving church, can we love a little more? Can we take it just a little bit higher? Can we do a little bit more? Can we reach out just a little bit more fervently? Can we minister just a little bit harder? Can we spare a little bit more time? I know you're a loving church and a hard-working church, and I appreciate the fact that almost 2,000 people give their life to the Lord at the altar of this church every single year. But when you look at the number who come versus the number who need to be here, we still got to take it up a little bit higher. It's all right. If we raise our level of commitment, don't worry about your seat. God will bring us enough resources for you to get a new one. It'll be all right. Don't worry about your spot. God will raise you up and give you another one. Don't worry about your badge. You won't have to turn it in if more people come to Jesus. We're going to let you keep your badge, keep your spot. We're going to still make sure you have a seat, and somebody's going to have hope.